Hi, this is Allie from Allie Katz Crafts. I'm here to show you a tutorial on the new Sweeter Than With You July 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit. Comes with lots of stuff, as you can see. All kinds of stuff. I made my own stencils. You saw that in the first video. I did this one for the stencil, and then I actually, to make my sentiment things, I took the original one and I traced it so it's on the back side. When I cut this out, it turns out like this, and you have no pencil marks. So today I'm going to show you how to make more paper by using a napkin. So because it's strawberries, I'm thinking, wow, they only give you so many and you can only do so many things. So I came across this napkin that I fell in love with. So in order to do it, you have to take off the layers. There's usually 2 layers or 1. So I took off the first layer, and here's the second layer. I did prep it to make it easy because it takes a while to figure out how to get it apart. So you can take off all 3 layers, because if you don't and you go to glue it down, it only glued this piece and not the whole thing. So you can carefully pull it off. Okay, and you throw away the other pieces in my trash. Then I use this glue. I really like this Scotch Create glue. It's permanent. It's not, it says permanent right there. It's a really good glue, and it's good for when you do the napkins. So what I will do is I will put this all over it. Now I have my glass mat, so it doesn't matter that that I get glue on it, because I could just wipe it clean with the baby wipe, and if it gets stuck on there for a while, I'll take a razor blade to it and get rid of all of the glue off my table. And that's what I like about the glass mat. Now I do have a Stampin' Up! Glass mat, but that's inside my house. I use that during the winter when it's freezing cold to come out in my she shed. And yeah, so I'll be using it in there when I do stuff. So now I have a really good glue. Got to make sure it's nicely coated. Go over it a couple times. Then I take my napkin and I will lay it down like this, and I will put the paper right on top. So I will stick it right there, and then I'll press it down really good. Okay? I'll bring it over, turn it over, and it is stuck down pretty good. Then what I do is I'm very, very careful. See these little fold lines? I will take my bone folder, and I will press out as many of the bubbles as I can. And you notice how I started from the beginning and that fold line. I'm trying to push it out. So I'll get those bubbles out by just pressing it out. And I'll keep going until it's nice and flat. And you're making sure it sticks really good. Okay? So that's how you glue it down. Then after it dries, after a little while, I will take, I can kind of cut it and show you what I'm doing. What I normally do is I'll go through with my scissors. So I'll get my big kahuna scissors, I call them. And I'll just trim, just kind of give a little trim. And the reason I'm showing you this, because the card that we will be making today, we'll be using this particular napkin. Now I have another napkin that I will be doing another card with. I like using napkins to extend my kits, but I always use something out of the kit, either the stamps or the paper or something out of the kit. So that's how you make alternates. You have to use something out of the kit, one thing at least. I try to use 2, sometimes 3 things. Sometimes I use everything for my card. So it's pretty cool how it works. So now I'll set this aside because I could reuse that. Oops, dropped my water bottle on the floor. Sorry about the noise. Let me pick it up. I have my water bottle with me at all times. So I have dry mouth, and it helps to keep my mouth moist when I'm talking. So there's my paper. It's all ready. So I want to show you that process, because now we're going to move on to our card. So I did a really fun fold thing, and it's really cool when it's done. I did this in my sunflower one. It went like this from last month's kit. Let me go get that card and I can kind of show you so you get an idea of what I did. In case you did not see that video. So this is what I did. It was an anniversary card, and it goes like this. So we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it with the strawberries. So I have my Papa Parade paper, and I cut it at 4 1/4 by 11. I scored it at 2 3/4 and at 5 1/2. And then I folded it up and then folded it back. Very fun, easy card. So with this one, now you're going to take and see the paper that we made. I cut it down to the right size, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I will glue it right here. So I'll get my other glue out. I do not want to use, and the glue is dry already on my counter, so, and I didn't get very much on this, so I think I will be okay without wiping it down for now. Because if I get it wet, then I gotta wait for it to dry, and that's, sometimes a pain to wait. I don't like to wait sometimes. So I will take my paper that I made already. I'll put some glue on it. And I will glue it to the back of this card. Line it up so it looks really nice. A nice little edge around it. About 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Okay. So that's the first step. Got a little bit of glue out there. That's no big deal. And this one right here, that's where we're going to keep right our sentiments. And it's 2 3/4 by 4 2/8. And I will glue it right here. And that's where we'll have our writing space and everything right there. So that's our writing space card part. So today we're going to make 2 cards with 2 different, we're going to use the same card base, but 2 different designs on it. Like I said in the last video, someone liked that I did 2 different cards, so I thought, or 3. So I thought, you know what? I like the idea a lot because I could get more done in one video instead of doing a whole bunch of videos. So now I have the one that's going to go on the front, and that's the same measurements, 2 3/4 by 4 2/8, and it's going to go right there on the front. And then I'll put my glue on here, and I'll line it up really good. Oops, dropped it, that's okay. And put it on there. And I will grab that napkin. I have plenty of napkins, trust me. And I'll just kind of clean up that glue really quick so it doesn't mess with my card. So now I have this part of the fold done, okay? And I really like this napkin. It brings out the strawberries. See the strawberries from the kit? It's perfect. So now what I did was I used the original one of these. I'm going to put that's going to come up like this out of the card. So I measure that right there, and that's going to go right there. But what I want to do is I wanted to use the pink strawberries to go with these guys. So I stamped the strawberries in the strawberry slush and the garden green for the top. And then I sat in front of the TV and I spent some time and I fussy cut them all out. So I'm going to arrange my strawberries so they're coming out of the basket kind of like this. And just stick them in there. Just a little bit of glue on the edges. Put that one right there. And then I think we'll put this one kind of in the middle. Well, in the middle definitely, but tilted a little bit. I'll grab 2 more. Oops, wrong side. Put one right here. And the last one, I did the wrong side again, didn't I? Here. It's going to be glued down the top anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that's going to go just like that. And I'm going to put it up just like this so it kind of goes like that, okay? So I'm going to glue it flat because that's where the fold is. And I don't want anything to be popping too much out there. So I'm going to set that, make sure I get it just right. Because I kind of want it to look like it's not really totally exposed, because I think that would be really neat. Okay, and I think I want a bumblebee hanging out at the top, so I'm going to grab that bumblebee. I have it landing right here on the leaf. He's kind of cute. I like that bumblebee. Like I said, this was a stamp that I found in my stash, and I stamped it out, and then I colored it and fuzzy cut all of them out. So this strawberry, I want it to be falling out of the basket. It just looks really neat like that, so I thought, oh, I'm going to continue with that type of theme. So the strawberry, that's what's hidden. All of a sudden you see one hanging out and falling out on the floor. So the next step I want to do is I want to bring in there, I want this a birthday card. So I took and brought my sketched butterfly thing in and put, wishing you a beautiful birthday. And I'm going to stamp that in Poppy Parade. I'm going to put it on the circle. Got my stamp, and this has been prepped for a while, so. Stamp it on there, hold it down. Ooh, I like that. Wishing you a beautiful birthday. That's a nice sentiment. So, and then I'm going to grab another one of my pink strawberries. I think I'll put it right up there. But before I do that, I need to bring in my scratch paper, which I'm not sure where it went. That's okay. I have this little tablet here. And I will get my garden green out and stamp a little leaf. Oh, didn't quite get all of it there. Have it coming in right there. So I'll add a little bit of extra color to it. There we go. Oops. See, that I like that. Okay, and then next step is I will get my dimensionals out, and I will put some dimensionals on here. I'll do 3 just around the little edges, just to hold it up a little bit, because I think that looks really nice. And I'll lay it right here. Wishing you a beautiful birthday. I like that. So then I'll grab my dimensionals one more time and put it right on the back of this strawberry. Oops, a little too close to the edge. And then I'll put a little bit of glue on this edge. And I'm using all the pink ones for this card. So I just wanted to. I thought that would be really pretty because it matches, it goes with the pinks in here just a little bit different. So there's the card. And then on the inside, where's my stamp? Oh, they're right here. I will stamp in here, you are the best. Or, you know, we could do lots and lots of love too. Or love you lots. Let's do love you lots instead. So I will grab my stamp and I will get my Poppy Parade again. And take this off so I can see. Put love you lots. Bring back that little leaf again with the garden green. Stamp off and stamp on right there. So that's all decorated on the inside now. Very simple, cute card. Oh, I do need another bumblebee. I almost forgot to put him right here. I was going to put him on this. I wanted him right there, so I need to. Hold on, let me close this ink really quick. Need to get some dimensionals and give it a nice little cut. Don't know where my scissors went. I'll just get another pair. I'll put a dimensional on my little bumblebee. I love this bumblebee. I looked through all my stamps because I wanted a bumblebee on there. So, and when I found this one, I'm going to go, okay, this is a good one. So, I tend to use a lot of my stash that I've had for years because I've been stamping for over 40 years since I was a kid. Longer than 40, actually. I'll just tell you 40 for now. That's all you need to know. So I need to do 3. So I think I'll put another bumblebee down here because it's always good to do 3. So I'll just put this little bumblebee right there so it looks like he's a part of the whole situation. Okay? So, and that's my card for this one. I like it. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the second card with the same cut. And this one, I made my own paper. And in the last video, I told you what I did. So I have this stamp that has checkers on it. I got it from another company a long time ago because I used to get stuff from them. And it's very easy to do. You take your stamp, stick it right there. But I think I'm going to do mine a little bit lighter than I did the last time. So I will get my garden green ink and I will get it all over the stamp. Okay. Now this is full strength. So what I want to do this time, because I want to show you how to do this, it's very easy to do background stamps. I lay it down flat on my surface. Then I grab a piece of paper, which is right here. And I will place it on there like so, and just rub it around, okay? So that's the first one. So now I want to do a second one so it's not quite as dark. I will place it on my stamp and press it down again. And you can see the difference of what it looks like between the two. See how this one's a little bit lighter? So my next card, I'll probably end up using that because I really like that. So, but I want to finish the stamp out. So what I'll do is I'll get my garden green. See, I want to do the rest right there. So and how I do that is, because to me, it's like, I don't want to waste this paper. So I will kind of look at it and think, okay, so I need to go over to here. Then I will look at the stamp and I'll look at my paper and I'll kind of just do this. And just rub it, give it a nice little back rub, pick it up, and it's not quite lined up, but good enough. And I'll do the same thing again with this one. Just rub it on there, get my second generation stamp. And there we go. Now I can use this for a small one. This could be the back of a basic card. So now I have 2 more. This is the darker one, and this is the lighter one. In the card that I made, we're gonna use the darker one. So I will clean this later. What I usually do is I'll run it under the faucet because it's a nice little red rubber. You can run it. There's no wooden block or nothing, and it's really nice. I like the red rubber stamps. Okay, so let's move on to this card. So what we're going to do with this card is the same fold as the last one. And it'll be a different one. So I'm going to take and glue my back down. And I have ink all over my hands. And that is very normal for me. I get excited about doing cards and I could care less if my hands get dirty. Because that's part of the fun. So I will line this up the best that I can. And it's the same measurements as last time. And I'll go over them again one more time. It's 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. Okay, and this one is same thing. It's this one's a little bit bigger, so it's 4 2/8 by 5 3/8. Okay. And then we have this one that's going to be 2.5 by 4 2/8. Now this baby will go on the outside. On the front of the card, so to speak. And I will glue that one down. Just like that. The next step, because it's so dark, I felt like I just wanted a border, so I'm going to put that right there, just like that. But before I do that, I'm going to get my scratch paper in here again. You know what? I'll just use the back of this because it doesn't matter what it looks like on the back. It's the back side of the card. No big deal, right? So I'm going to, no, I know what I want to do. I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought. So I'm going to grab my strawberry stamp and I will clean this off. Where is my, here they are. Baby wipes. I got to clean off that little green ink there because I don't want it to get mixed up in my stamp pad. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to stamp off and stamp on. Stamp off and stamp on. And stamp off and stamp on. That's not what I wanted to do. Yes, that is. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wanted to go around the edges. That's right. So I'm just going to do just the little edges. Got to remember to do that stamping off, though. Sometimes I forget. So just the edges, just like that. Okay? And I'm going to grab my top to the strawberry and I'll do the garden green along with the top of the strawberry. And same thing, stamp off and stamp on. I'm going to top all these strawberries now. Just like so. So it looks like that. And that's what's going to be glued right there. See, this is still fresh as a daisy. It doesn't matter what it looks like on the back. So then I will take and glue this down. I just didn't want this dark color on here. And it'll highlight the basket. So I will put this right here. And then, see my little basket? It'll be tucked in a little bit, but when you open it up, you'll see all the pretty strawberries around there. So that's the look I was going for. So these strawberries, I die cut these out out of paper, basically. And then I put white behind it, but what I did was, see how there's white back there and it's kind of small? I die cut it first and I kind of trimmed around it, but I took my red ink and just kind of put it back there so the inside's not so white in the back. I looked at the black paper and I didn't care for the black behind it that much. I need a little more glue on that. So this is the cute little die cuts that I used out of here. So you can still see the paper in there. And then I did the leaf, same thing. So I'll take and put my strawberries in my basket. My glue likes to fall over on me, and I don't get it. You know, I set it down, but maybe I just don't set it down even. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It is what it is. That's how I look at it. Let's bring that one up a little bit higher. So I really like this strawberry one. It's pretty neat. I think it's pretty cool. I really like it. I didn't think I would like it. I'm going, strawberries? Well, what do I do with strawberries? Then all of a sudden, my mind went crazy. I'm going, oh, I could do this, I could do that. And I thought that was pretty cool. So here's my strawberry basket. And I almost feel like I don't have any more die cut. I used them all. Bummer. That's okay. That will work. Actually, I could take and use my other little one up here because it's gonna, that'd be cute. I put that one right up there. Yeah, that will work. Look at that. That is really cute. I do like stamping the background there a lot. So this one's going to be glued down flat. So I'll just put my glue everywhere I want it. And I'll look at it how I want it. I just want just the top of it showing. Push it down. I know there's more strawberries over here. The question is, what did I do with them? Oh well. So that one, I really like that strawberry there. That is really cool. I only envisioned it. I couldn't come up with the exact plan because I didn't want to put it together. I wanted all of you to see how it was done. So now I'm going to take and bring my extra paper over here again and my circle, and I want to take and stamp a strawberry right there, and I'm going to follow that theme that I did right there, and that one kind of like right there, and then I'll grab my birthday wishes stamp, see where it's going to go. And I think I will use my Secret Sea ink. No, actually I'll use StazOn, the black. Because I want it really dark. Because it's going to cover up the strawberries on purpose. See how it kind of goes over the top of the strawberries? Figured I better put my stamp in there first so I can continue doing the rest of my strawberries, know exactly what I'm doing. Off, and then kind of right there, and there, and there. Okay? So I'm going to bring in my green. Ink, my garden green ink. And do the same thing, stamp on, stamp off. I know there's going to only be a tiny bit there. And that's about it right there. So there's my sentiment. So now I think I will take and just pop this up. And my dimensionals. Where did they go? There they are. They've turned upside down on me. So I'll grab 3 of them. One there, and one here. And I will move my scrap paper with my design on the front and put it right here on my card. So the strawberries and this came out of the kit, die cuts, and this circle came out of the kit, and the stamping came out, and this wishful came out of my sketch butterflies because I wanted to do a birthday card. So I don't think I'll put a bee on here, but I want to put my flowers on here because you know there's a green background. So I will grab the flowers that I die cut from the extra stamp set, extra dies from the Circle of Season dies. And see the little flower right there? And then I use my Nuevo glitter drops to make the yellow in the middle, to give a little bit of sparkle. So I think I'll put one there. And one right there. And then I will grab one. Now I cut a bunch of them, so I never have to worry about how many I have. And I think I'll stick one right up there. No bumblebees this time. And this card is done. Very cute. I could even, oh, you know what? I almost forgot. I know what I was going to do. I forgot to do my bow on my baskets. So I have my red twine, and I'm sorry it's not Stampin' Up. Just a few things that I don't have. I have the red and white twine from Stampin' Up, but I just cannot find it. I think it's in my Christmas box. That's what, because I was thinking about it. I'm going, that must be in my Christmas box. That's the only thing I could think of where it could be. And then I will get my little dots. Stick it on there. These are all from Paper Pumpkin kits. And I'll stick my bow right here. That dresses up that little area. And I think, yes, I do need to do that to this one. I forgot. I thought I didn't do it. But you never know, right? Maybe I didn't, just was not concentrating. I will take and put a little dot right here. Press it down really good because otherwise it won't stick. I'll grab it and make sure everything's facing down. And stick it right on the bottom of my flower pot, or not flower pot, strawberry pot thing. There. That's the finishing touch. So here's the first card. Very easy design once you know the cuts. And it's just a matter of being creative and figuring out what you want. But I think this one's my favorite. Tell me in the comments which one's your favorite. I like them both, but I like that I did this. That really makes it really pretty. So thank you for watching my video, and please like and share my video. I have a lot of fun making cards with you. So have a great day. Bye.